It was a morning like any other, or so I thought. As I stumbled into the bathroom, rubbing the remnants of sleep from my eyes, I was jolted awake by the absence of my reflection in the mirror. Instead of my familiar face, there was nothing but the empty space of the bathroom. My heart raced, and a cold sweat prickled down my spine. I leaned closer, almost expecting to see my face reappear, but the glass remained stubbornly blank. That's when I noticed something even more unnerving. A faint outline, like a faded photograph, began to emerge. It was a face, but not mine. The features slowly solidified into someone I had never seen before, an older man, with hollow eyes and a grimace that seemed to taunt my confusion. I stumbled back, my mind scrambling for logic in this surreal moment. The man in the mirror moved, not in sync with me, but of his own volition. He raised a hand and pointed, not at his reflection, but directly at me, as if accusing me of some unspeakable crime. I felt a chill seep into my bones, a sense of wrongness that I couldn't shake off. It was as though the very air around me had shifted into something more sinister. Desperate for answers, I sought out anyone who could help make sense of what I was experiencing. Friends, family, even a therapist, all offered reassurances that perhaps I was just stressed or overtired. But deep down, I knew it was more than that. Every glance in a reflective surface showed the man growing clearer, more defined, as if feeding off my disbelief. He began to appear in my dreams, whispering secrets that evaporated upon waking, leaving only a residue of dread. I started avoiding mirrors altogether, but his presence was inescapable, lurking just beyond my peripheral vision. The climax came when I could no longer hide from the truth. Late one night, driven by a compulsion I couldn't resist, I stood before the mirror, facing him once more. His expression was no longer a grimace but a knowing smile. He mouthed something I couldn't hear, but the meaning was clear. In that moment, a flood of memories not my own surged through me, his life, his regrets, his sins. He had not taken my place, I had been living his life. The man in the mirror was my true self, trapped in reflection, while I was the imposter, living a life borrowed from the glass. As understanding dawned, the mirror shimmered, and I felt a pull, drawing me back to where I truly belonged.